and people were shaken.
Don't make no sense to me. We knew the weather was getting bad, but it still looked rough. It's like coming in a war zone when you come around the corner there. Just, it's amazing the kind of damage it can do.
From this vantage point, it looks like a tree just fell, but taking a closer look, this was a huge evergreen that was uprooted. And the National Weather Service will take a look at this damage to see what kinds of winds hit this area.
Look out every window and it was, you couldn't see anything. It was just total black. And then you start hearing steel rip off, and it sounded like a freight train coming through, so it was loud.
Powerful winds and heavy rain pummel central Indiana as a huge storm system races across the Midwest, spawning tornadoes.
Those storms snapped tree limbs and power lines, leaving tens of thousands without power. We have live team coverage tonight of the path of damage the storm left as it swept through the area. We begin with 6 News reporter Rafael Sanchez, who is live in Howard County, where the National Weather Service has confirmed a tornado touchdown there. Rafael.
Todd, good evening. It remains very windy here in Howard County. As you could hear, the wind continuing to whip through this area, not though as rough as it was earlier this morning, but I'm told the tornado that hit this area was small and was not on the ground for a very long time. As you can see behind me, that is the impact of what hit here. But beyond that, there's more damage. Parts of Kokomo were clobbered. The pictures say it all. Homes and buildings 3 miles east of Kokomo were damaged. Things ended up where they did not belong. This is video from Dan Gadberry. He's a National Weather Service storm spotter who was driving along the Grant and Howard County lines as high winds and pounding rain showed no mercy.
The reason we do what we do is to not only educate ourselves with weather and how deadly it can be, but also to help save lives. You know, if we can give 5 extra minutes warning to the Sheriff's Department or to the National Weather Service that there is a severe storm coming, and we're able to call that in, give 5 extra minutes could be 500 lives.
Despite a rough beginning, the day ended with a mix of clouds that no longer posed a threat.
I just can't believe the devastation it can fold in so quick, and then here we are. You know, just looks like a normal day.
And it was not a normal day in central Indiana when you consider people are fighting shingles from other people in their yard, Todd.
Oh yeah, I bet they're all over the place, Rafael. Hey, when will the National Weather Service be able to tell us how strong this tornado really was?
Well, the National Weather Service was here for a couple of hours and they went back to Indianapolis. It will all be based on the damage. They use what's known as the Fujita scale, between F0 and F5 being the biggest tornado. I'm told that possibly the tornado that hit here in Howard County may be an F0 with winds up to 72 miles per hour, or maybe an F1 with winds up to 112 miles per hour. We'll have to they'll have a couple of days or hours before they can tell us exactly whether it was an F0 or an F1.
Well, if your home was damaged, it was strong enough. Rafael Sanchez reporting live in Howard County. Rafael, thanks. Well, the forceful winds were too much for one semi-driver to handle this morning. Dan Bray was driving on Interstate 65 just north of